Qué Golazo, it's Champions League preview time, prediction time. Jimmy Conrad in the house, and we're going to have something fun today where we will predict a bunch of different things, including the Champions League winner, the runner-up, Golden Boot, and so much more. Qué Golazo here right now. Jimmy, what's up, man? It's Champions League time. It's Champions League prediction time. How are you?
Oh, I'm great, LME. I'm excited to dive into this and to obviously share my thoughts, but then obviously get the ridicule from you and the listeners after they hear what I have to say.
Well, let's get our proverbial crystal balls out and let's just do it. We just got to gamble with it. So straight away, we begin. Jimmy Conrad, first of all, the Champions League champion. Who is your Champions League champion?
I'm going with FC Sheriff. I really feel like they have the best name and the best logo that looks like a badge. And was that not what we're not determining, like fashionistas? Okay, fine. Trophies aren't obviously handed out for that type of stuff. I'm actually going to say Chelsea. I'm wearing their jersey for a reason. I know it's not easy to go back to back in this competition, but I feel like Thomas Tuchel has got these one-off competitions, and I know they have a group stage and play 6 games, but I think when they get into the knockout rounds, they're going to be very difficult to beat. They have a very manageable group, so they'll be able to balance as they try to compete for the Premier League as well. And they have that defense-first mentality that I think is super important to win, and they've done it before, and they just added Romelu Lukaku that I think is really going to unlock a few things for them going the other direction on the field, and that's why I'm going with the Blues, with all due respect to all the other teams that are competing.
A very good argument. God, I hope it's not true because it would be such a boring win again as well, I feel. And I'm going to go just very quick with, how could you not? Paris Saint-Germain, Neymar, Messi, Kylian Mbappe, you got champions winners everywhere. Donnarumma, Marco Verratti, Sergio Ramos. Listen, if they don't win the Champions League, retire from the game. This team is ridiculous. At least get to the final. I feel like you will win it. And if I'm wrong, my goodness, Mauricio Pochettino, who basically is Scrooge McDuck, just swimming in that pond of coins and stuff. He just has so much goodness there. I'm going with PSG. So Jimmy's going with Chelsea. I'm going with PSG.
Just really quickly on the odds, PSG are the favorites on Caesar Sportsbooks plus 300, Chelsea plus 800. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say there.
Well, I like it. Keep those odds going. All right, Champions League runner-up, Jimmy Conrad.
I'm going to say PSG. if only because I want to see this incredible squad kind of look like human beings, and it's okay for them to fail sometimes. And in some ways, not that they necessarily bought this team because they got a lot of these guys on free transfers, but it just feels unfair, and life isn't fair. And we'll see if they can't win it this season. To your point, I don't know if they ever will, right? Because Kylian Mbappe is probably on the move at the end of it, and the older guys are going to be a year older the following season. So yeah, it's kind of now or never for PSG, and it'd be kind of, I'd say funny. I guess it'd be funny for 99% of us if they lost in the final, but that 1% of PSG fans would probably be pretty pissed.
Yeah, my same argument is going with my reply, which is Manchester City. I feel like Pep Guardiola will once again take them to the final, but I just think you need a clinical number 9. This depends a lot on January and the January business they might or might not do. And if they don't bring somebody else in, I feel that really Pep Guardiola will do his business to the final, but no chance. I don't see them winning it. I see them runner-up once again, Jimmy Conrad. What's the odds on that, by the way?
On getting runner-up?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't even know if they give
Well, it doesn't really matter. But
No, I got it. To reach the final, PSG is plus 150, Man City's plus 163, both the favorites.
Yeah, and our producer says Chelsea didn't need a number 9. Yeah, well, they have Thomas Tuchel. Let's move on. Let's talk about the surprise group stage elimination. Who's your pick?
My pick is, drum roll please, it is Barcelona.
Oh man, I had a drum roll. Barcelona!
Yes.
Why?
I think Bayern's going to win this group, and I think Benfica is going to get second. The reason I say they're going to get second, Benfica, is because you can't sleep on Portuguese teams in European competition. They always find a way somehow to be kind of slippery and be tough to beat. We saw it with Porto last iteration of this competition. I also, when you think about who they're replacing Messi with and Griezmann, giving him away back to Atletico Madrid, where they're taking a big L on that whole transfer deal and giving away Luis Suarez the season before. They're replacing these guys with Luke de Jong. You know what competition Luke de Jong's good at? The Europa League. So Barcelona, enjoy the Europa League. I hope you have a great time. And I don't know if that's too big of a surprise, but maybe it will be for some.
No, I think it's a very good guess there. This is a hard question because there are so many ways that you can go. Group B, for example. right? The one that has Liverpool, AC Milan, Atletico Madrid, and Porto. Manchester United, to our point before, like, what are they going to do? Will they get out of the group regardless of Ronaldo there or not? I'm going to go, this is a good one for me. I feel like I'm going to feel the wrath of all our colleagues, especially Marco Messina. Juventus.
Wow.
Juventus.
Whoa.
I really think Ronaldo's exit has created that much of an impact. And the beginning of this journey for Juventus in Serie A, I think, is telling of a lot. So I'm going with Juventus.
Wait. They got Malmo and Zenit.
Yeah, Sergio Peña is going to score a hat trick, and Malmo's going to go through. Listen, I'm gambling here. It's a very difficult question, but I feel like Juventus are really going to be impacted by the lack of firepower, specifically from Ronaldo, who gave you so much, not just in Serie A, but also in the Champions League.
Interesting. Not to qualify from their group, Juventus would be plus 333.
Actually, that's pretty low, isn't it?
No, Barcelona, not to qualify from the group, is plus 250.
Okay.
So yours is a bigger, more of a risk or yeah.
I mean, it's a big risk, and I'm sure that it might not happen, but I just, I'm wary. I'm wary right now. All right.
I just want to say for the record that if FC Sheriff wins the Champions League, it's plus 100,000. We bet 100 to win 100,000. I just want to throw that out there.
Gustavo Dulanto to score the winner. We deserve a bonus if that happens, by the way. All right. Your surprise group stage winner, Jimmy Conrad.
So, given what you said about that one group that had AC Milan, Atletico Madrid, Porto, and Liverpool, which I think is probably the group of death.
Group B, yep.
I will say that Atleti is going to go on to win that group. They struggled last year. They only won 2 out of their 6 games. No, out of their 8 games, I think. They won 2, they drew 3, and lost 3. In their groups and in Champions League last season before getting knocked out in the round of 16 by Chelsea over 2 legs. They just struggled. So when I take that into consideration, and given what they've brought in this particular season, where I feel like they're well balanced and have the depth to compete in multiple competitions, I could see them getting out of this group and being somewhat of a surprise winner. Maybe that's not a surprise to some, but I think people think Liverpool are going to win this group. And then Milan will be hanging around, making it difficult. And then Porto, they got to the round of 16 last year. So I think Atleti to be out on top after this would be pretty impressive. And that's my pick.
No, I think it's a good one. It would definitely be that's a very tough group. Anybody who wins it is pretty good. I'm going to go with, and I think that, I think it's doable. It's maybe not as surprising. Maybe it is. I don't know. Atalanta. I think Atalanta in a group with Manchester United, Villarreal, and Young Boys could do it. In the last 2 Champions League campaigns for Atalanta, they've been runners-up in their group, and I feel like maybe this time around they can do it. Gasperini knows the tournament now. He knows what to expect. Hopefully he gets a better idea in terms of balancing it between the Champions League and the domestic season. But Atalanta, I think, has a good chance at winning their group, Jimmy.
That's not a bad shout. They did lose to Fiorentina over the weekend. Without Luis Muriel for the next 4 to 6 weeks, I think could be detrimental, at least to their domestic campaign and maybe for the first couple group stage match days. I do want to give a shout out to Atleti for being my dark horse to win the whole competition. That's plus 2,200, 22 to 1. You bet 100 to win 2,200. Atalanta is plus 4,000. So, I obviously those are big reaches for at least Atalanta, but I think Atleti that's a good value for a team that's pretty stacked, that are La Liga champions and have added even more depth to their team. I like that value a lot. Just wanted to throw that out there.
No, I like it, but don't overshadow my Atalanta pick.
I'm not. I meant to throw that in when I spoke about Atleti, but I do like Atalanta to do something. My fear is without Luis Muriel, who's so underrated. I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult for Duvan Zapata in particular when teams can isolate him. And I just don't think we've seen the best of Atalanta so far this season. So over 6 match days, I think that could bear out, right?
It's a very good point. Luis Muriel, we love him over here, so we'll see how they manage. But if there's a club that can manage things without their stars, it's Atalanta. Let's talk about the Golden Boot. Who do you have, Jimmy?
So it's hard to go against Erling Haaland. That's who my pick is. He won the Golden Boot last season with 10 goals. That was 2 more than Kylian Mbappe, who finished in second on 8. So we know he'll be looking to retain his title and continue to win that little rivalry between those 2 young players. What I find interesting is that in his career, Erling Haaland, he scored 20 goals in 14 career Champions League games. That is a ridiculous return. I did the math for you. That's averaging more than 1 goal a game. I actually think that Borussia Dortmund too, because they have a manageable group. They got Ajax, they got Besiktas, and they have Sporting Club de Portugal. I just think he's well positioned to continue to hit the back of the net, and they should win this group. Now I put should in quotations because you never know in the Champions League, but I feel like they should win the group, which means they should have somewhat of an easier draw in the round of 16, given that he's going to have 8 games. And if he continues at this rate, he's guaranteed to at least get 10 again, right? Try to match what he had. And that was good enough to win it the year before. So I like Erling Haaland to win the Golden Boot. Who do you have?
There's nothing much more to add here. I have Erling Haaland as well. Every time he blinks, there's a goal. If he doesn't score a brace in a game, it's basically an anomaly. I would be surprised if he doesn't have 10 bagged when he gets out of the group stage. He is so good, and this group is very doable for him to continue on scoring. He's just a goal-scoring machine, Jimmy Conrad.
He is. Plus 500 for him to win the Golden Boot.
That's ridiculous.
Crazy value. Yeah, and Robert Lewandowski's plus 650 LME. I think that's tremendous value. Got Lionel Messi plus 700. Kylian Mbappe plus 900, though I feel like PSG kind of balance each other out in terms of who's going to get the goals there and who's going to take the penalties. I feel like you got to take the penalties to be the Golden Boot of any competition. Romelu Lukaku plus 900, Cristiano Ronaldo plus 1,000. I needed to throw those names in there for sure.
That's crazy, but I'm taking the Haaland one to the bank. 500, that's ridiculous.
It is. It's great value.
Finally, Jimmy Conrad.
Yeah.
The breakout star of the Champions League.
So this one is tough. I've put a lot of thought into this one. I like a few youngsters, which included Harvey Elliott. That was prior to him dislocating his ankle. Apparently, he's going to be out for quite some time, and we obviously wish him the best. Bayern Munich's Jamal Musiala, I think, could be quite influential, especially if some guys get hurt. That's a possibility. He's only 18. But I really think I'm going to go, because I think Atleti is going to make a deep run, I'm going to go with 27-year-old midfielder Rodrigo de Paul. He just helped lead Argentina to the Copa America. He was arguably their best player, most influential throughout that tournament. And he was a complete stud for Udinese last season in the Serie A. Despite playing for a club that was in 14th last season, he led all players in Serie A in expected assists in open play. So imagine him being on a team that has Luis Suarez, Antoine Griezmann, Angel Correa, who should win the Ballon d'Or if it ended the season right now. I love that guy. Joao Felix. You got Marcos Llorente, Yannick Carrasco. I mean, he's just got so many options around him. Now it's just a matter of him kind of settling in and picking his spots. I don't think he's necessarily done it, but over 6 match days and potentially if they make a deep run, I think he's going to be a key member to this team.
Yeah, a very, very good choice. This is a very difficult one because you can also compare to the fact, well, are we talking a young breakout star? Because, I was thinking maybe Mason Greenwood, but it's not like he's a breakout star. We know how good he is. Let me gamble here. I'm such a big fan. And how can you not be regarding his story? Eduardo Camavinga and just what he's done at 18 years old. Now he enters the club of his dreams in the Champions League. I'm not sure if you'll see it at the very beginning. But the more the tournament progresses, I feel that Camavinga is going to show just why exactly he deserves so much hype. So I'm going to go with Camavinga, but some very good choices overall.
Yeah, it's a great shout. I like Camavinga a lot. Obviously just scored on the weekend, so his confidence will be sky high. And because there are a couple injuries to Toni Kroos in particular, I think Valverde will get the start and probably deserves the start given his time with Madrid and what he's done for the club so far. Camavinga is an interesting choice, and I think he will get some valuable minutes in this competition for sure. And then it's up to him to showcase what makes him so special.
And it's up to you to continue to listen to Qué Golazo pod throughout the entire tournament because the Champions League is back. We are so excited. Jimmy Conrad will be with us the entire time. You can also watch us on HQ. Follow us on Twitter, Qué Golazo pod as well. So much more Champions League content to come. Jimmy Conrad, thank you so much, brother.
Thanks, LME. Thanks for everybody for listening and watching. We appreciate you.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Qué Golazo pod, as well on YouTube, youtube.com/Qué Golazo. We're on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and of course, CBS Sports and your CBS Sports app. Have a great, great rest of your week, and the Champions League is here to entertain you.